We're throwing down the gauntlet with a single elimination head-to-head tournament. The most competitive fishermen on the planet laying it all on the line, staking money, time, reputation, and pride. Win and fish on, lose and go home. We're throwing down the gauntlet with unparalleled access. We'll take the viewer into the middle of the action while offering 360 degrees of perspective. We're throwing down the gauntlet, offering sponsors the unique opportunity of association and ability to connect with our viewers in a special way. It's a story screaming to be told. Fishermen versus the elements, battling the sea, 5 species of fish, each other, and the clock. Then again, it's all about the personalities and the emotional roller coaster that shadows competition. Finally, we're throwing down the gauntlet by promising to break the mold for traditional fishing programming. Just watch. This is the Gauntlet. From the IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame here in South Florida, I'm Paul Castronovo. This is home base for the Gauntlet Offshore Fishing Elimination Series. From this very spot, we can monitor every team, every move, as we attempt to follow the journalism W's. Who, what, when, and where. Why? Well, that's the property of Captain Nemo.
We've got an ever-changing environment. Water, temperature, weather, currents, tide, wave conditions, location of food sources, floating debris. Then there's the nature of the fish. There are hundreds of variables, from targeting the right fish and proper bait to location and depth. Each is a decision that the captain must make. Choose wisely and succeed. Choose unwisely and be eliminated.
Now, our view's not limited to sea level. Neither is the storyline or the fishing line. So we follow it from space to sky to the depths of the sea, starting at 22,000 miles in space. Meet our fish tracker, Rick Salas.
Satellite imaging and global positioning allow us to follow the fishermen, the weather, and to a degree, the fish. While our competitors use their experience and wit, we'll follow along using technology.
Our eye in the sky tracks their progress. Allison Williams is in the air, and, well, she's got the best seat in the house.
From our vantage, we can keep an eye on the field as well as conditions. This morning, we have 1 to 2 foot seas, winds out of the southeast at about 10 knots. Now, information is gold in fishing, and while they speculate, we'll keep you in the know.
From bird's eye to fish eye, the view is spectacular. We can't get inside their brains, so we settled for their habitat. Infiltrating the home and head is an easier task when it comes to our competitors.
I'm Brad Runyon with the Shutter Up fishing team. I didn't want to fish this tournament this year. I was a part of the winning team last year, the off-the-wall team. I know how much preparation, I know how much hard work and stress it was, and I emphasized how hard it was going to be for us to do this and put a team together. It became a family affair. I'm fishing with my fiance and her father and her brother-in-law. It was great. Ashley was a big part of the team, and so was everybody else.
I'm Ashley Maloney, and I'm part of the Shutter Up fishing team. I'm the only female on the team. It's tough out there sometimes, but I don't get any slack being the only girl on the team, that's for sure. My official responsibility on the team is the chum girl. Being the chum girl is part of the work, it's part of the job. It's a major responsibility, and I take it seriously. Getting those fish up there is what makes a difference. I enjoy being there with my father and my fiance and everybody on the boat. It's like one big family. I'm watching Brad. I'm watching what he does, and he doesn't know it yet, but one day I hope I get my own team together, an all-girl team. And I'll be the captain of that boat, and we'll give them a run for their money.
These teams rise early and prepare thoroughly. It's a vital part of the competitive experience, so we fill our photogs full of coffee and send them not so merrily on their way.
A lot of sacrifice goes into a tournament like this. A lot of things that have to be run through. We make a list, run through everything on the boat. No sleep. I'm working on 4 hours of sleep last night, and I know my crew is.
Our competition is what's, our enemy today. I mean, these guys are good that we're fishing against. You got to have trustworthy equipment to get you to and from, as well as your tackle and your gear. That's all got to be, checked. Your line redone, your rigs properly, tied and ready to go. So that's got to be one of our top factors of success. What do they say? Don't sweat the details? Well, you better start sweating today.
A lot of preparation goes in, and we want no failures today.
It's not just, you know, get up and go fishing. If you want to win, you got to put in the time.
We just ask that everyone on the water be safe. To your glory, God, we just thank you and ask that you would just watch over everything. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Our teams line up for the Bimini start just off Lighthouse Point, Florida, off the southeast coast.
Competitors, it's time to throw down the gauntlet. On my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And so are the teams. Both Shutter Up and Living Waters are heading north.
Yeah, heading north and fast. Looks like Jupiter is the destination.
Nemo, I grew up fishing this area. Why do so many boats go up to Jupiter, especially this time of year?
Kingfish. There's been a red hot bite lately.
All right, let's take a look at the contour map and see what's going on.
There are 3 ledges off the Juneau Pier. At the 60-foot drop, you'll find giant kings. At the 90-foot drop, big schools of kings are running. And further out, between 120 and 190 feet, you'll find wahoo and dolphin.
There you go, Mark.
Get ready.
No, doesn't look like, there he is. He came back. We traveled about an hour north, got to our first spot. First couple of baits out, took a few minutes, got our first king. It was decent. It was a weir, what we call a weir, and got him in the boat. So we were a little excited because yesterday our first king we lost.
Good start.
Feels like a good fish.
Want to go to neutral?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Nice and easy.
A lot of fish in here.
We can go to neutral because we don't have any downriggers out.
All right. Do it. Drop it back, Jimmy.
Captain,
Jimmy,
neutral.
drop it back.
And then you just got to bump it. As soon as we start, the nose starts shifting,
Yep.
you got to bump it.
It's a big fish, dude. It's a good fish, dude. Freaking big fish.
See what I mean? See what I mean? You can't bow the line. You can't. You got to go towards them.
He didn't do nothing wrong. Huh? He didn't do anything wrong. You gone? Yeah.
Well, you can't tell until it's under. You have to go straight towards the fish.
Ah! Gosh!
He was tight the whole time.
I didn't have any drag on it. It's not like you know, he's like, oh, we're not going to chase any more fish. It had nothing to do with chasing. Would have broke more of a chance of him breaking off if we're going away from it. He's running away from us. There's less drag. There's less drag on it. Doesn't mean there's more drag.
Not yet. It's coming though. Nice and easy. I see him. I got color. He's not real big, but he's solid.
All right, give us a got a bunch of fish down below though, guys. Get her on there. You gotta spin it all better.
Good job, Rod.
Another weir.
Another one in the boat.
Today we didn't catch a fish until I got 60 miles north of here. That was Juneau at about 9:45, 10 o'clock.
I got double line right here. I can't see him. I can't see anything, Jimmy. Brad, he's right here.
I can't. Josh, get back there with him. Get back there on the bracket. No, not yet. All right.
Get him back out.
Watch the waves, Jimmy. Watch the waves. Easy on that fish. Yep. Nope.
I don't think I'm going to lose any weight.
Put him out, guys. He's not 10.
He's on hook too. Take it down a little bit.
We're gonna keep him, Jimmy.
Yep.
But I don't think he's 10.
He ain't 10, Brad.
As we approach the halfway point, it looks like Shutter Up is changing their strategy a little bit. They're now headed back south to see if they can find the next hot spot.
Shutter Up is heading south, past Palm Beach, past the Lake Worth Pier, just south of the Boynton Inlet. They seem to be setting up in 180 feet of water.
Now, Captain Nemo, those are my old stomping grounds. I grew up fishing that area, and I know in the afternoon you get some tunas in there, don't you?
Well, tunas are typically biting in there around May and June, but there's been a hot bite of them lately. So what they're trying to do is on their way back to the inlet, they want to stop off and get an exotic. If they can get a wahoo or a tuna, pad that to 4 Kings, they're looking pretty good when they show up at weigh-in.
Okay, we're talking to Captain Brad on the Shutter Up. Captain, now describe your setup to the people watching.
We got 30 minutes left here. We're back where we started this morning. A lot better water. Current's right what I need, 3.2 miles to the north. Got 5 lines out. Downrigger down at 100, downrigger down to 70, and 3 flat lines. All gogs. Looking for miracle fish here. Got them last year with 10 minutes left, so I got plenty of time. We got 30. Right here, Jimmy. Good. Try and get that back out on a flat if you can.
Okay.
Dude, this thing is still
Just backing on there. What do you need?
Got a good fish on here. No. Just everybody relax. We're good now. How much line do you have out?
I'm not to the backing yet, but he's got a lot out.
Yeah, but how's that boat?
He's close to that boat.
Daryl, is he under that boat?
I don't think
Hey,
so.
pick up your lines for us.
Can
We
you
got a
pick
fish
up?
on.
Dude, can you pick up your lines?
Dude, you gotta move, please.
Please, we gotta
Dude,
move.
we're right on your belt.
Can
Back
you
your
please
boat
move?
up. Dude, please, hurry up.
Can you please pick your engine up and move?
All right, you're
We're
good. You're good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Move the kite. Yep, get ready to go back out. We're gonna run this fish down. We had to clear everything. Fish took a real good run, dumped the reel. So it seems like a pretty nice fish. We cleared everything. Chasing him down, and we're gonna put a gaff in his fish and put it in the fish bag.
You're gonna have to slide back, buddy.
All right, move the gaffs.
Right here.
Move the gaff. Move your gaff, Josh. Let him come back.
Right there. Look, look.
Yeah.
Foul
you have
hook.
a rod out, guys?
Foul hook. Wait a minute. Foul hook. It's a... I got him. Oh my God. I need the other guy. Move. 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 Jimmy, get him. Relax, bro. Okay, you gotta stick in him. Go, Jimmy. Relax.
Over the boat. Over the boat.
Down.
Back here. Back here, guys. You'll break the gaffs. Thank you. Thank you.
Down.
Yeah, baby! Daryl!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We're back in it now. We're back in it now.
That's the way it happened yesterday. Come on.
Hey, guys, grab this gaff. Grab this gaff. Relax. Watch his teeth, buddy. Please. That was on him. That was on.
That was on mine, oh baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, buddy, I gotta get in here.
The clock ticks, the sun's preparing to set, and it's time for our competitors to head in. Their 9.5 hours is rapidly coming to a close.
are the second place team, so we know we have second place locked in because we can't do worse than second. So our hope and our prayer is first place. We haven't had a first place since the first tournament we fished in Jamie's series as this team. We got first place. Since then, we've been all seconds. This could be it.
This is tough, man. This is tough. This is the hardest part, if you ask me. We're sitting here waiting to see if we won, but I think they got 4 kings. That's what I'm hearing. We just can't get a weight on them. I think we got 65 pounds conservatively. I think they got 60, so I really think we got them. I wish I knew.
What's happening right now is Shutter Up and Living Water, we're both verifying their catch for the individual species, putting the kings on the scale and making sure that they're 10 pounds. If they're not 10 pounds, those fish are not going to go back in the box for their total aggregate weight, which will determine who wins this H3 Hummer. It's based on your total combined weight. Oh, looks like we got a big boy there. Looks like we got a big boy. These teams have been fishing for 3 months, head-to-head competition, throwing down the gauntlet every weekend. That's what it's all about. Pouring your heart and your soul, your time, your money, and more so than anything, your passion. That is the gauntlet. So now, it's time for us to throw down the gauntlet. Ashley, Don, open the doors. And let's reveal those weights. Pull those lines for me. New year, new team. Tell me, did you do anything different?
I took a lot of Nemo's tactics. Preparation. That's all I can say, preparation.
That's what the gauntlet's all about, isn't it? Throwing it down, putting everything on the line. Like I've said before, your time, your energy, you know, just resources, all those things. And, you know, you keep going, you're going, catching the bait and putting all the effort into it. And sometimes it's, you look ahead and say, what are we doing here? But it's these moments that bring you full circle and make you really recognize how special these wins are.
Definitely. Jamie, I told these guys I did not want to fish this gauntlet this year. It was too much work last year. I didn't know these guys. I knew them, but I didn't know how they fished. And I said, it's going to be too much work. Let's put the team together, maybe next year. And at the last minute, they kept saying, no, let's try it, let's try it. And I said, it's too much. Let's try it, let's try it. Look where we are.
So I think you made a good choice.
Yes, I think so.
Well, congratulations. Here they are, 2007 Gauntlet Elimination Series champions, Shutter Up!
Another tough second place. One fish. We talked about it. It's on the tape. One fish, but we needed a money fish. We knew it. Didn't pull it off, but hey, like we said, I told the guys up at the weigh-in, I said, you know, we're blessed just to be here today. If it wasn't for our money fish yesterday, we wouldn't even have made it to this point, to the top 2.